Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to some more Jurassic World Evolution. So we kind of completed everything that we needed to get done on our previous island. It's time for us to move on to Isla Muerta. So let's make our way over to our brand new little home. We're going to get a change of setting, and we're going to have to kind of start from scratch again, but we will have everything that we've already kind of unlocked and researched and so on and so forth available to us. We just may have to build a brand new facility on this new island.
As if prehistoric creatures weren't enough to contend with, on this next island, Isla Muerta, you may have some meteorological events. You know, storms, extreme weather, that kind of thing from time to time.
As you can see, the weather on this island can be a little temperamental. First thing you're going to want to do is fix any damage this storm has caused. You should use a ranger team to get the park operational again. Oh, and don't forget to close any emergency shelters when it's safe to do so. Guests won't spend their hard-earned dollars huddled in a bunker underground, will they?
That must have been quite the storm. And it seems that bad weather is often a precursor to bad behavior from the dinosaurs. If you believe that everything is connected, the so-called butterfly effect, and I do believe it, by the way, then one small change is all it takes to create a series of toppling dominoes leading to rampaging dinosaurs. And they don't make a butterfly net big enough to stop them.
So it looks as though this storm has absolutely ravaged the island here. We've had two gaps in the fences by the look of it. We still have two things we need to repair. Doesn't look as though we have any dinosaurs. We don't have a fossil center. We don't have an expedition center. Don't have an ACU team. Very little we actually do have. Although we do have two separate cages, two separate sort of dinosaur pens already built up, and you can see just how bad the handling of these vehicles is in in bad weather. It's terrible. It really is. Oh, this Hammond lab is really bad. Let's fix that. And last one, the substation. Okay, so let's hand control back, and the storm appears to be clearing, so let's open up the emergency shelter, or close it, as I should say. And there we go. So this is our new little home, and we don't have a lot of anything really. So let's jump in and grab a couple of contracts to get us started.
3 words. Contract you yes.
Use the Rangers team camera to take a photo of at least one Ceratosaurus drinking. That's one I was hoping to kind of go with different dinosaurs on this island, but it's quite a good payoff. 200,000. So yeah, we'll take that contract.
We need pictures of what we are doing here, and a contract.
It does mean we can actually drop that dinosaur in straight away, because we do have Ceratosaurus unlocked. The question is, do I really want to put a big mighty meat eater in one of these little pens here? They're not very big, and it's just standard fencing. I have to think about that. We've got this kind of divide here separating the two pens as well, so before we do anything else, let's get some stuff in that we're going to need. So let's go to operations. We need an expedition center so that we can go out and get more fossils. So let's see, where do I want to build this? Get some terrain constraints. I wonder. Actually, it does look as though we can all come all the way through here, doesn't it? We can build another enclosure around here by the look of it. That might be something that's worth doing. So let's build a little base of operations around here. So let's see. Let's drop in. Where is the space that we have? There's our ranger team there. So we want an ACU team somewhere around there as well, I think. So let's get in our fossil team, or expedition team, just there. Now we're also going to need a fossil centre so that we've got somewhere to work on those fossils that we retrieve. Let's try and drop that next to it if we can. Oh, it's so tight and fiddly around here. We almost had it for a second. Yeah, that'll do. We need to connect those up with pathways. Oops, no, that's landscaping. There we go, pathway. Kind of want to bring this out at a right angle. Keep this nice and straight if I can. So let's build the pathway down here. It looks like it's curving, but it's just because it's going uphill. So it's not actually curving. Let's take the path to about there. Take it along that way, because I think we're going to need to continue to build down here for something like a research lab. May even need another power station. So we'll bring the pathway out like that. Let's connect. Oops, that's not very neat and tidy. Yeah, we'll fix that. There we go. Let's try and get that nice and straight looking as well. Beautiful. Let's send our expedition team out. Start finding some fossils. Oh, new dig sites. So what have we got? The Lance Formation for Corythosaurus, Ankylosaurus, Strethomymus, Edmontosaurus and Triceratops. So there's 2 out of 5 in there that we haven't got anything for. Ankylosaurus, DRACOREX, that's the one we unlocked last time out, and Triceratops. That is just DRACOREX. Corythosaurus and Strethomymus, Corythosaurus and Edmontosaurus, and Corythosaurus and Ankylosaurus. Okay, so we've got 2 prime dig sites here, which are going to give us brand new dinosaurs. Let's go for DRACOREX first of all, and let's get another contract in now that it's been a minute and we can request a new one. Let's go with science again. Apply an inventory upgrade. I'm actually going to turn that one down because that means we've got to build a research centre, and I'm cautious of the fact that we're already down to just over 1 million and we still don't have any dinosaurs yet, so we're still not making any money in our park. Plus we have no power here to our fossil centre, so we're going to need at the very least to apply an upgrade to this power station here. It's going to only cost us 40. That's fine, we can do that. Is that going to provide enough power? Yes it is. Excellent. I really want to try and sort of boost our finances a little bit without spending too much money. Dinosaurs are going to be quite expensive, and the Ceratosaurus is going to take up half of our remaining money already, so let's see if we can maybe drop in some small items like this that can maybe generate a bit of income for us. Terrain constraints. That's because of the building there. Can I squeeze this in somewhere in here? Doesn't look like I can. Yeah, it's too much of a slope. Maybe I can morph the terrain a little bit. Let's try flatten. See if that helps. I might have to raise the terrain a bit instead. Yeah, it's not going to sit in that gap, is it, because of that slope? Alright, let's try it the other way around then. Let's try landscaping up a bit. So let's find a slightly higher bit. Let's see if we can drag the space up a bit. Here comes our fossil team back. We'll check and see what goodies they've brought with them in a second. I just want to see if I can squeeze this in here. Actually, now we have a slope at both ends. So That's not really worked at all. The only way we can really try and do that is to really go big, raise all of that up, and I still don't think that's going to give us enough space, so I don't think I can actually squeeze something in here. But this is my last attempt at this. Yeah, it's not going to go in there, is it? That's a shame. Alright, we'll come back and sort that out in a minute. Let's see what fossils have been brought back for us. We have a DRACOREX low quality, a DRACOREX amber. Oh, excellent. We'll sell that. Oh, sorry. Extract that. We'll extract that. And some platinum. Oh, that's worth 360,000. Do you know what? I'm going to hang on to the platinum just in case, because, as I say, we are going to be burning through quite a bit of money, and that can pay for one, maybe even two dinosaurs if we're in a pinch, which will then help generate income. So, yeah, we'll hold on to that for now. Let's go back to that dig site and get some more DRACOREX. We'll really concentrate on getting that one up and running, I think. That'll be a great little start for us. So, let me just check, see if they've got any smaller buildings that might fit in this space. No, that's even bigger. Gift shop. That's smaller, but again, it's still not going to go. Alright, I'm going to flatten the terrain back down again. There we go. Oops. Alright. So maybe we'll try somewhere else. We can probably put something in this corner, actually. Let me move this substation. So I'm going to demolish that substation there. We'll get a small refund. Not a huge amount, but enough. And now I have space here to actually drop in a couple of different buildings. So we'll put in our gift shop there. We'll also put in a fast food joint next to it, like so. And now if we go to power, this actually is probably going to kill our power options. Yes, that's a nice easy contract and a good payout as well. Power. We need to put in a substation so that we can provide power to this section of the buildings over here. We may as well take this spot here. There we go. Connect up our lines. And yes, we have a power shortage. I kind of expected that to be the case. That's a shame. What is not powered at the moment? On my ranger station. Well, that's okay, because I can manually go in there and drive the ranger station around. So it just means we can't schedule them and to do tasks or auto-assign them to do stuff. We'll have to do it manually. That's fine. I don't mind about the rangers not having power, as long as our expeditions and fossils and our stuff over here does. That's the important stuff. So we need to get a dinosaur in here as quick as we can, ideally DRACOREX or two. What's our current genome rating? 37%. We need another amber really to really give us a nice big boost. How long till the expedition team comes back with its next set of fossils? Less than a minute. It's okay, let's do another contract request. We can do one more contract, 3 at a time. I'm going to go with science again. Use the expedition center to unearth a small or medium herbivore. We'll accept that because DRACOREX is a small. So automatically we're going to get that done straight away. And that'll be a nice extra little bit of cash for us as well. As well as the reputation boost. And here come the team. So let's see what we got. Really good quality fossils. Actually, yes, look at that. High quality. 2 of them. That might give us enough for a 50% genome. But we got the 125 grand bonus. which means now I can afford to pay for a herbivore feeder in here. Once again, I want to try and keep it reasonably close to the viewing window. Let's drop it there. There's quite a lot of water in here, actually. Might trim that back a little bit. We'll leave it as is for now. And I see what's been done here with the two separate creation labs and the way that these have been sort of separated out like this. I think what I might do in the future is I might try something a little bit different. I might try a single creation lab sort of in the middle of two enclosures and then have doorways open on either side of like a corridor coming off the creation lab, so I can then shuttle dinosaurs into whichever of the two pens that I want to put them in. I might try something like that. Almost like a herding system, perhaps. That might be the way to go. Oh, we need to send these guys out again, don't we? Oh, look at that. We do have a new viable genome. Excellent. So let's send them out for one last run on DRACOREX. Try and boost the genome a little bit more. Still holding on to that platinum. We are losing quite a bit of money at the moment. Just how much money are we losing? Let's check our finances. $15,000 per minute. That's not good. That's not good at all. What is the genome rating? That's exactly 50%. So yeah, I would like to try and get a little higher on the genome before I actually do create them. So we'll have to hold off a moment. Our money is continually ticking down. Let's take on another contract. I'm going to go with science again. Acquire at least 60% of the Huangosaurus genome. Okay, maybe we've got some additional dig sites elsewhere in the global locations. We'll have to check that when the expedition team returns. In fact, we can do that now, actually. They are less than a minute from returning. Oh, we do, look. What have we got? Ceratosaurus. That's an expensive dig as well, 90 grand. Oh, we've got some more over here, look. Ooh, Dilophosaurus. Dilophosaurus, Chunkingosaurus, Huangosaurus. So that's going to be where we're going to be headed. 105,000 for an expedition, though. That's definitely the most expensive we've seen. Raptors! We've got raptor fossils. 2 sets of raptor fossils. Alright, we're making some raptors. We're going to be making some raptors. That's awesome. And there's that Ceratosaurus. So we've got a whole load of dig sites to mess around with here, haven't we? And what's this one down here? More Ceratosaurus over here. That one we've looked at. That's Hell Creek. Dig team is on the way back. Oh, I'm so excited. We can do raptors. That's going to be awesome. Low quality. Okay, but we did get something else that we can sell for 100 grand. Yeah, we'll sell that. Still holding on to that platinum. That's a nice little emergency fund there, I think. So that little item we sold a second ago, that pays for the next expedition. And we're going to go after those Huangosaurus. So that's here. A lot of carnivores over in the China region and Mongolia. Velociraptors and Dilophosaurus. I think they're both quite small, those ones as well. No massive, monstrous meat eater yet. No giant carnivores. Right. Need to maintain an island rating of 0.5 stars. Well, I want to get those fossils completely done yet. Almost. Alright, so what is the genome at? Because we're going to have to release a couple of dinosaurs now. 54. It's not great, but it'll do. So let's get 2 DRACOREX up and running. Didn't actually see how much they were, but I'm looking at the money and it's gone down a fair bit. We've only got 113,000 left. And we can't take out loans, so we're going to have to sell stuff, including buildings, if necessary, to keep us afloat. Otherwise, we go bankrupt. Now, I suppose we could possibly go back to our original island, but I don't think money transfers between islands, because we had 3.7 million, I think, on the last island, and we only started this one with about 2.7. So, unless it deducted the cost of $1 million for unlocking the new island, I don't know. I would imagine they are separate businesses. And then you see we're down to 103, so we lost another 10,000. Looks like we have reduced our financial losses. Perhaps, nope, still losing 15 per minute. No guests in at the moment, because we've got no dinosaurs. So, here we go. Brand new dino. The DRACOREX, the one we unlocked last time out. Let's take a look at this guy. Oh, he's tiny. I thought he'd be a little bit bigger than that, but yeah, he's tiny. Baby dragons.
Dragon King, the DRACOREX. Sounds so intimidating, but it's just a plant eater. However, just in case they do rule the Earth again, don't tell them I said that.
Just looking here, you can see population and social are quite restricted on this one, so we're going to have to be careful just how many dinosaurs we put in here. Although, having said that, it's not a particularly big pen, so we can't get many in here anyway. You can see that we've now got a 0.5 rating at least. We're actually 1 and a bit stars. So we just need to hold this rating as a minimum for another 2 minutes. And we'll get a nice payout on that contract. Here's our second DRACOREX. We'll release that guy. There we go. So we've got 2 of those in there. That'll help with the social bit. And also boost our income a little bit, I hope. New fossils. Dilophosaurus, high quality as well, very nice. And Chunkingosaurus. It's like a variety of the Ankylosaur or the Stegodons. So we'll extract both of those. Still holding on to the platinum. That's my emergency money. We are getting close to needing it. Let's quickly send this team out before before I run out of cash. I've got less than 10,000 left, so we may be selling that platinum very, very quickly. Need to start generating some money. Oh yes, we are. Look, my money just went up to 14. We are making money. Thank Christ for that. I was starting to really, really worry that we were going to be in big financial trouble, but we are now making around 5,000 by the look of it. Let's check the finances. Oh, look at that, nice, 29,000 profit per minute, excellent. So although it cost us a fair bit, dropping these in nice and early is certainly helping generate additional income, the gift shop and the fast food centre. You can see people kind of milling around outside both of them. Groups of scientists by the look of it. So we've got employees and personnel. They're all walking in little groups of 4. These guys look like they're a security team. There's another group of scientists. There's some actual tourists, look. People in civilian clothing. Yeah, lots and lots of security teams by the look of it. Okay, so what? Where are we now? We need another contract. Let's get some more money in from contracts. Let's go with entertainment this time. Prevent any power outages occurring for 10 continuous minutes. Hopefully, we just need to do what we're doing. Now, we've got one building that's not connected, but that's fine. A power outage is if the power generator goes down. So as long as nothing happens in the next 10 minutes to destroy our power supply, we should be good. Where's our expedition? Less than a minute to go. They're on their way back. Let's take a look at the INGEN database as well, because I want to have a look at a little bit more about the DRACOREX. It's a dinosaur I don't really know anything about. I do remember a little bit from some of my childhood. I was quite fascinated with dinosaurs, as I think most kids are. So it's a pachycephalosaur that once lived in North America. Its name means Dragon King because of the crown-like bony forms on its dragon-like skull. Only species in the genus is the DRACOREX hogwartsia, named after the Harry Potter books by J.K. Rowling. So this sounds like it's a more recent discovery then. Certainly more recently named anyway. There is some discussion as to whether DRACOREX and the very similar Stygimoloch are actually earlier growth stages for the Pachycephalosaurus. Interesting. So far only a skull and some fragments have been recovered. Interesting. So it is quite a recent find then, that one. Expedition team's back, and we've got some money, so we can actually send them off again without any real issues. Let's see, did we get something useful? Oh, we've got some amber. Oh, it's the Chunkingosaurus again. It's not the one I want. There we go, that's the one we're looking for. But it's a low quality. That's going to be a very poor genome amount. Got a turtle fossil. We'll sell that. And we've got 2 platinums to hang on to now. We're still a bit low on cash, and I think we're going to need to build a research centre. So, yeah, let's sell one of the platinums. We'll hang on to the other one. But that should... Oh, we need power first, don't we? We need to build a new power station. That's going to cost us $500,000. It's not cheap at all. I would kind of like the research building to go in just there. So I've got all 3 of them kind of next to each other. ACU Research Centre, here we go. So let's drop a research centre just there. I think I'll just go and sell the other sample that we have. Try to keep this path straight. There we go. Bring that down like that. There we go. And that leaves me space in this gap here to put in a substation, because we're going to need, I think, a substation. I don't think there's going to be enough range on the previous one. Yeah, see, no coverage. So we're going to need a substation over here. Let's drop that in there. Okay, got some fossils. Again, another one of those. Dilophosaurus again. Good quality one as well, actually. And we will sell that because we're going to need the money. So we're back over $500,000, which is enough to cover the cost of our power generator. Now that I know where my science lab is, let's see if I can drop this in next door. Got some terrain constraints, we can just squeeze that in there. Connect that up to the network. Of course, this is going to keep pushing our expenses up, so we're going to need to start bringing in new dinosaurs again pretty quickly. Otherwise we're going to start losing money again, which is not something I particularly want to do. Alright, so we currently have 2 buildings without power. We know about the Rangers. The other one will be obviously the factory, research centre just there. So, have we got enough to send out for another expedition? Yes, we do. We are still making money. Good. Let's send them out again. Same location. Still looking for more Huangosaurus fossils. Ooh, research options unlocked. Let's see what we can research. No new items in fossils, but we have now unlocked fossils, which is kind of cool. So you can see there's our DRACOREX fossil access from last time out. 2 new items in enclosures. Viewing attraction. Ooh. Yeah. We'll want one of those. Look at the cost of them. 2 million just to research them. Ouch, that's expensive. Oh, and that's something we're going to need, but we can't afford it yet. Heavy steel. Just for bigger, more powerful dinosaurs. Medical treatment, we're going to probably need these quite quickly. So what have we got? Again, we can't afford those. We are making money, but we're making a lot less money than we were earlier. Our profit is dropping down to just 20,000 per minute. There's not a lot else I can do at this stage. Just got to kind of let the money kind of come in. We've got 3 different contracts on the go. One of them's still got 3 minutes to go before that one finishes. The Huangosaurus, well, we're just not getting many fossils at the moment. We've got to keep just plugging away until we get enough to get a 60% genome. So we can't boost our income that way. And reputation-wise, we're still pretty short on being able to unlock these missions. You can see there the sort of lines where the padlocks are to show the reputation we need to get our missions done to clear this island. And we're still a little way off. Profit per minute has dropped to 13. Yeah, that's what I'd expected. I thought it had dropped more than just to 20. That's the cost of having our research centre and all the other bits and bobs in there as well. So, but we are still making money. That's the important thing. We're going to need to send them back to the same location. We can't afford to at the moment. We don't have enough money to fund an expedition. Right, did we get any goodies to sell? Oh, look at that. Amber. Beautiful. For the dinosaur that we want as well. So extracting has just cost me $45,000 there. It's dropped me down to just a fraction of the 12,000. Again, we're just going to kind of play the waiting game. 1.5 minutes to go on our power outages contract. That will give us some money. How much is that going to give us? That's going to give us 100 grand. So that'll fund another expedition. That's going to give us 175. We're going to get closer, but we still need quite a couple, a fair few more fossils, I think, before we can get up to 60%. And that one, I think I might just terminate that one. Yeah, let's terminate this contract because Ceratosaur is not helping us in that one there. Let's go with security.
It's a dangerous world. This place.
Assist any 2 dinosaur to 2 dinosaur combat victories. No, we're going to decline that one because I don't think we're going to have dinosaurs fighting each other yet. We only have one type of dinosaur. They're not going to fight each other because they're both herbies. So we'll have to wait until we can request another contract. Then we'll try something else. This is a bit more grindy this time out. We're having to play the waiting game because money is so tight. There's not really much we can do. We do, as I say, have our dinosaurs. Where are they? Oh, there's one of them. Where's the other one? Is he hiding in the trees? He might be. Yeah, there he is. Look, he's hiding in the trees. How are they doing with their population and social requirements? Oh, they're okay. And there we go. Completed that contract.
So, I'm glad you came through on that power contract.
I can't quite request another one yet. Let's get the expedition team out again. Same location again, so we can get the Huangosaurus. Or Huangosaurus, I think it's pronounced. Get that up to 60%. Got to get some more fossils. Just 41,000 left. Still got to wait. Come on, give me a contract. I want to make some money. I want to be able to do something. I'm just sitting here kind of waiting at the moment. This is frustrating. Oh, look how slowly our money's ticking up. I'm getting little dribs and drabs of money coming in. I need to do some research as well. Can't afford the research yet either.
There's a new job available.
Successfully incubate one Struthiomimus egg, and that'll give me 150,000. Actually, that's worth it for a dinosaur that only costs me 30,000. Yeah, we'll take that one. I'll have to wait another minute for the next contract. We can take on a third one, but let's do that Struthiomimus right now. Got a 90% genome, so hopefully this will incubate straight away. But yeah, we are in the realm of difficulty being ratcheted up, so it's entirely possible that this may fail. Which means it's 30 grand wasted. It's not too bad because it's only 30 grand, but if we have that problem with a lower percentage genome on a very expensive dinosaur that's going to cost us hundreds of thousands and it fails, that's hundreds of thousands wasted. Money that we might not be able to afford to replace. We can't just throw that money away. We could be depending on that dinosaur hatching to generate income to put us back in profit, and if it fails, that could be game over. Okay, so I didn't really want to put another, Struthiomimus in this one, but for that money, we need it really, so that gives us more money to play about with. Use an ACU transport team to sell at least one Edmontosaurus specimen. I didn't know we could sell dinosaurs. We'll accept that one, because we only have the one contract, so it might be worth doing. Let's try and get some of this research done, because, like I said, I get the feeling we're going to need to unlock treatments here. What have we got? Bracken poisoning and Campylobacter, or Campylobacter bacteria, I think. That's 125, that's 75, that's cheaper. We'll go with the cheaper one. And our fossil team is back. Low quality, only 37% genome at the moment. That's going to take us to maybe 40, if we're lucky. Dilophosaurus, low quality again. Sell the turtle. Osmium, it's worth 100 grand. We'll sell that. That's funding the next expedition. Yeah, we just got to keep going back to the same location. It's the only one where we can get the Huangosaurus. That's a bit frustrating. And this is what I was talking about earlier in the series, about the law of diminishing returns. As the more times you hit... Oh, we've got a storm coming in. Okay. We're going to need to close the park in a moment. Can I build another emergency another storm protection? Have I got the money for that? Yes, I have. There are 100,000. We can afford that. So let's see if I can protect these new buildings I've dropped in. There's that storm. Come on, drop in. We're going to need to close the park. people running for the shelters. Or shelter. We only have the one. That's something else we're going to need as well, I think. Another emergency shelter. Just have to sit out this storm now. Hope nothing happens. Hope nobody dies. They shouldn't do. Yeah, maybe we can squeeze a shelter in that gap. Let's see, how much is a shelter? There aren't going to be guests. They're too expensive at the moment, that's for sure. 250 grand. But yeah, maybe we could drop a shelter in this little gap here. Maybe we've got space for that. We can always try and reposition the path a little bit tighter across, if necessary. And I can always move this as well, if that's a problem. Move that to over here or something. Storm's over. And expedition team is back. Oh, look at that. Amber for Dilophosaurus. And a low genome as well. Some turtle. And, oh, platinum. Very nice, yeah. Excellent stuff. Alright, let's see. Can we get... I'm not going to pay for it because we need the money for other things at the moment. But I just want to see if it will fit in this gap here. Not quite. I mean, if I did it over here, it could. I think I might change the pathway on this. Oh, we've unlocked Dilophosaurus. That's nice. Alright, so that's operations, guests, emergency shelter. Still got terrain constraints. What are the terrain constraints? But it will fit now. Excellent. That was the important thing, is whether or not I could actually it's too close to the path. That's the problem, I think. But if I wanted to, I can now drop one of these in here. Okay, that's good. I wonder what else I can squeeze in that gap. Can I get a gift shop in there? Actually, I built a gift shop. What about a clothing store? That might be a bit too big. Oh yeah, it's too big. No space. But we can get a shelter in there, so that's good. We'll get another shelter in there at some point. Let's send the team out again. Same location again. Still need to keep working away, trying to find those relevant fossils. Finances are going back up. That's good. Now that we've got 2 dinosaur types, it's making people a bit happy. Let's get some more medical treatment researched. Once those are out of the way, then we can start looking at maybe some other upgrades. And let's look at building an ACU center. So I'm going to need to go to operations. It's 400,000. We have 300, so we're a bit short yet. What else is there? Science center, innovation center, and a security center. I wonder if we'll unlock these times out. I imagine we probably will, because they're in the list. That'll be kind of nice. Let's get another contract. We've got space for one. Let's go back to science again. Prevent any power outages. Yes, that's a nice easy one. We can do this. Wait 10 minutes, gain 100 grand. That'll do. I think, is it worth us dropping in another DRACOREX, perhaps? We've finished that research. What else? That's the power, isn't it? What else can we research? Let's see what else is new. So we've got 10 items over here. Ooh, one new building. What's the new building? Transport. high capacity carriages and propelled on a guided rail, so we can build a monorail. But again, we need 2 million. That's an awful lot. Building upgrades. Anything new we can upgrade this time? Well, this is new. Incubation speed. Success rate 2.0. That's new. Increases dinosaur viability by 20% at upgraded labs. That might be worth taking. That really might be worth taking. Improved power outage by output by 2 as well. Excellent. It's expensive. I want this, but it's expensive. We'll hold on to it for now. Let's check out our new fossils. Please be good. There we go. That's going to put us at over 50%. I'm sure of it. And we got a little bit more as well, just in case. Oh, thank Christ. We can clear that contract off. But we'll unlock the genome. We actually might get close to 60% thinking about it. I'm going to watch this and see. Let's sell that. Sell the osmium. Send the expedition team back out one last time. Same location. But I'm hoping we might possibly get... maybe this will only give us 10%. Or 8% extra. 9... 10. Oh, we're still going. The closer we can get, the more we can get, the better. 13% maybe? 12%. Okay, that's not bad. But we have a new viable genome. I wonder how big this this dinosaur is going to be. It's going to be sort of a mid-sized one by I would imagine, sort of along the size of an ankylosaur or a stegodon. Sort of triceratops size based on what we had last time out. That's kind of what I'm expecting. And I kind of want to start thinking about maybe sticking in a carnivore pen over here perhaps. We've got all this open space over here. Kind of makes sense for us to kind of bring the pathway over this way and create a couple of pens over here. We're going to need a lot of money for that though. We're way off yet, and we still have this pen here. So let's at least, you know, work with what we have before we cripple ourselves with expenses, which is a very, very real risk. We are still slowly ticking over. Money is not fantastic, but we are making some. 26,000 per minute. It's better than it was a little moment ago, but not the highest we've had today. 29 was the best we've had. We can definitely get it higher. And another new dinosaur is the way to go on that. We are currently 54%, so we need an extra 6% to get that contract done. I wonder if I should maybe put Dilophosaurus on here. We don't have electrified fences. I don't know if that's going to be a problem. It's a risk. I think it might be a risk worth taking though. Let's see what we get from this last fossil expedition. And we'll start looking at other locations perhaps. I say we're really close. We just need 6% more to get that genome up to 60 and complete that contract, and then we can start looking at maybe working on raptors. I really, really want to unlock the raptor. Oh, that's a good... oh, yes. But we didn't get the dinosaur we want. We'll take that. Definitely take that. That'll help. That'll give us an extra 2% on Trunkingosaurus. Let's sell off platinum. Nice extra bit of cash. And the turtle. We're going to have to send these guys out to the same spot again. We are just hammering this particular dig site. Absolutely hammering it. That's raptor. That's raptor. That's Dilophosaurus. You see, look, there's two herbivores in this region, and they're only available at this one dig site. Everything else is carnivore over there. And we've still got the Corythosaurus over here as well, and the Ankylosaurus. that we could work with, and of course we could always improve our DRACOREX a little bit as well. So we've got plenty of fossil sites that we can work with. Ceratosaurus, maybe we'll end up, you know, pushing the genome up to 100%. I did check the trophy list. There is actually a trophy for getting a 100% genome, which I kind of expected there would be. Oh, we've got enough now to get an ACU centre, haven't we? Okay, operations. I'm thinking of actually moving our ranger station, because we've got this big wasted space here that we can't really do anything with. So I'm thinking of moving the ranger station, destroying it and rebuilding it, and perhaps putting them in this space over here. You know, I think I'm going to do that. Let's... we've got enough money to be able to buy it back again. We'll get 300 grand for demolishing that there. Let's take that little bit of pathway out as well. So we've got 2 buildings to put in to rebuild our operational centres. So we need a ranger station. Try and square this up a little bit if I can. That's not too bad. And we also need an ACU. Terrain constraints. I'm going to see if I can flatten that terrain out a little bit. Just remove the trees so I can see what I'm working with. Oh yeah, terrain's all up and down all over the place over here, isn't it? Look, there's a big jump up in terrain height. Ah, that's going to cause an issue. You can't cancel a building once you start building it, which is perhaps a bit of a shame. Alright, that's enough. Let's put in our ACU. We had it for a second then. There we go. That'll do. So let's get those hooked up. Pathway. I need to sort this terrain out because it's a bit of a mess. I have to get the smoothing tool out and mess around with the terrain a bit. So let's flatten, let's take a wider radius. Let's try and bring this up a little bit. Oh, no, I made a mess of that. There we go, smooth. Let's smooth all these bits down. Yeah, that's better. That's much better. Oh, we have a sick dino. It looks like we got the rangers up and running just in time. Alright, let's go administer some treatment. Let's shoot some needles into the backsides of dinosaurs. Oh, look at the pathway. Yeah, we need to fix that. Massive pothole just there. Oh, something needs repairing. Why does the fast food need repairing? I've got 2 sick dinos.
Really great job on that contract.
Where's my way in?
Here's a reward for you.
What are they pointing at? Are they pointing at me? I think they were pointing at me. Look, there's a man driving a Jeep. I never knew I was that exciting. Dart gun. Missed.
Contact. Nice shot.
Got him.
Asset treatment completed.
We'll resupply that while we're here. Oh, moved! God, now he's hiding behind the tree. Alright, we'll wait for him. He's a little bit further away. No, I'll have to get a little bit closer.
Asset in range.
Got him.
Treatment completed.
Fantastic. That was bracken poisoning, so that's been dealt with. And I think we're pretty much out of time for this episode. We cleared that contract, so let's get ready to grab another contract. We'll do that next time out. So that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob. We'll be back with some more Jurassic World Evolution very soon.